Hey guys, today we're going to review the 2019 National Physical Therapy Examination Review and Study Guide by O'Sullivan, published by the Therapy Ed team. Let's take a look at this. Now, I was interested to see how much different it is compared to the 2015 version that I used to study for the NPTE boards exam back in the day. So I bought a copy and decided to thumb through it to see what I liked about it and what was new in this book. And I'll also be giving away a copy of this book or the equivalent of its value in an Amazon gift card to one of you lucky subscribers, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video and you'll be entered. And we'll randomly pick someone to win this book. Now, before you dive into the 943 pages of goodness in this book, you're probably wondering, how on earth am I going to even wrap my mind around studying for the boards exam? Now, I felt the same way when I started studying for the boards exam back in 2015, but quickly found out that scheduling out a study calendar was very helpful in keeping my focus every day, week after week, leading up to the boards exam in May when I took it. Some of you may have found my board study calendar on the website, which I hope you download and use. And now each day is broken down into content segments that align with the Therapy Ed book here to help keep your focus as you chug through this hefty book. Now, I personally use the Therapy Ed book as my primary study guide, but I also purchased the Score Builders book, which was a little bit more like a textbook as it broke down the content into a paragraph style format. And I felt like this was one of the biggest differences between the Score Builders book and the O'Sullivan Therapy Ed book, where the Score Builders book used a paragraph style format throughout and O'Sullivan used an outline format throughout the book. Now today I'm going to focus on the Therapy Ed book written by O'Sullivan, and of course there's a ton of information in this book. And I think they do a good job outlining it and categorizing it with different subheadings and numbered bullet points. It flows really easily and it's quick to read through whether you're looking over it, the content for the first time or the third time or the fourth time. It's easy to digest. Some of the things I really like in this book are the colored images and the figures in the tables throughout the book. They've also added some pictures to help show various special tests and other relevant items you'll find in the exam. And as many of you know, images are fair game on the NPTE, so it's helpful to have these extra pictures and images in this new edition. So I think it was a great thing to add. I also really like the call-out boxes for red flag items and even specific tables for differential diagnosis, comparing things like developmental milestones, dressing categories for various wounds or injuries to the shoulder, whatever it is. These are really high-yield topics for the boards exam, and I think they do a really great job in providing all that information on 1 or 2 pages, whether it's in a table format or in a bullet outline format. Now, this book is about 1,000 pages in total, but when we break it down, the first 500 pages or so is full of content. Now, the last 500 pages give a comprehensive review for every question in the 3 practice exams that are included. Now, aside from the retired NPTE exams that you can purchase, and I really hope that you do purchase and use those PTE exams, I found that the Therapy Ed practice exams were to be pretty difficult, but very helpful in passing the actual NPTE boards exam. Don't be surprised if you fail the first time or 2 with the exams in this book. They're meant to be very difficult and challenging, and I think you'll find real value in reviewing every exam question after you take that particular exam. Now, after I took a practice exam, I would designate the following day to review the exam in its entirety, going over every question and making notes on specific sections that I needed to improve on. But they make this really easy because when you finish an exam, one of the practice exams through Therapy Ed, it gives you a nice outline of the content area that you need to focus more on, which is really helpful when you're going to study for the next couple of weeks before you take another exam. Overall, I think the Therapy Ed exam book is outstanding, and if I had to take the NPTE again, I would go through this book with a fine-tooth comb again, studying it and reading it through at least twice like I did back just a few years ago. And I also took the course that they offered through Therapy Ed through my program, so I found that to be really helpful and would encourage you to do the same if you have that opportunity for your program. Now, if you're on the fence about this book because the cost, it is possible that you use an older version of the book, but try to find a book that's not more than a year or 2 old. I mean, it's not that the content has really changed, it's just that the editors are constantly trying to keep the book as relevant as possible to the actual exam, so I think it is worth the money to buy the most recent version of the book. I mean, you're only going to take the NPTE once, I hope, so buy the book once and study it for the most up-to-date version based on what the editors have at Therapy Ed. Speaking of money, if you subscribe to this channel and you like this video, you'll be entered to win a copy, this very copy, of the book or the equivalent value in an Amazon gift card if you've already passed and aced the NPTE. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment letting me know when you plan on taking the NPTE or if you've already taken it. And if you have any questions for me, let me know and I'll try my best to answer them. Leave it in the comment. Until then, happy studying, and we'll see you in the next video.